What's up, everyone? So it's been quite a while, I think a number of months actually, since I made the last video about the only shop I've got, and how cramped and messy it was. And since then, basically in the last 2 months, I've been doing a ton of work on my apartment as a whole. But also in the last couple of weeks, I've been really working in here, trying to clean up and get rid of stuff and junk. And I thought I'd do another tour around and kind of show what's up, where I've gotten for anybody who's interested in this sort of thing, and a couple things that I've done. So like one of the things, I built a little base for this so I could put it on wheels, because I hated having it over here and not being able to move it or move it easily. Now I can just roll it out of the way, and it makes it easy. So it's kind of like my saw stand over here, which you can't really see, but yeah, I got wheels there on the saw stand. And so I can move that around if I need to, even though it's blocked. I don't use it very often right now, or I haven't. And there's my compressor project. I might make a video on that sometime in the future. Barrel there, that's just basically some purple power that's all mixed up with to the proper strength, to use in my ultrasonic cleaner. And back there's another barrel, although you can't really see it, but there's another barrel back there that I've got evapor rust in. And then, random stuff on the shelf. I haven't really got a vacuum pump down there. I haven't really figured out what I want to do with this closet yet, but I had to kind of sort out the rest of the room slash shop first. I put these racks on the wall, just supposed to be kind of temporary for now, because I needed to get stuff out of the way, and I had metal and things, so I put that stuff up there. And then I just got some random stuff on this shelf right now, just to get it out of my way. No idea what I want to do with all these bloody grinding wheels and buffing wheels. And the crowbars are 100% not staying there, because somehow, surprisingly, with just two little anchors and those two little screws, it's holding all that weight. Actually, no, I mean two screws, one there and one there. And that's quite a bit of weight. So I just haven't figured out what I want to do with those yet either. Maybe something similar, but I don't really have any wall space left, although I am tall, so there's that. And then just kind of right now, this is the I don't know what to do with it just yet shelf. I've got some random junk that I gotta sort out. I've gotten rid of quite a bit of it, because I got rid of a couple of those containers because I don't really like them, but these two have been working so far. And a bunch of pulleys and chain things, I'm not really sure what to do with. Some buckets of random hardware that I haven't yet gotten into, organizers, because I haven't got the organizers yet. And then I moved that big ass Webster compressor off my desk and built a little, kind of a little container sort of thing for each head, and to be able to hold them and kind of get them out of the way, and put it on the shelf here, so I can actually use my desk. It fits pretty well, except for that big old crankshaft dong hanging out there. But anyway, and that's just a drum stand that I got to repurpose for something. I'm not really sure what yet, but I'll figure something out. And then there is my original hobby desk, which I built way back. I didn't build the desk, I got this desk, and then I modified it. I think this was back in 2012 or something maybe. But it was originally set up as an electronics desk, and I never really utilized that, and it got repurposed again, moved into this bedroom here at some point. But I turned it into instead a hobby desk, because I like to do some Warhammer stuff, or I did, but I haven't for a very long time. And so I got, you know, a shelf for all my paints around there. I just haven't put the paints back yet. They're in storage under here. You know, no need to put them back because I haven't been doing anything with them. So I've been using this desk basically to hold my ultrasonic cleaner, which I rarely use, but I have been using a little more lately. And then my work desk slash bench that I actually made a video about, which I'll link. It should be up here, I believe. That I talked about and how I wanted to change a couple things, and I did. One being I had a shelf in my hallway that I cut down to kind of use as a hutch, and right now I'm just temporarily storing my some Milwaukee tools on it. But yeah, I just spent a bunch of time like cleaning off this desk and sorting things out. I put this up here so I could actually have some light. It's, you know, not the greatest, but I'm reusing some shelf parts that I had. And some LED strips that I got surplus. So it gives me plenty of light here, and I don't have to rely on just that little thing. But, you know, if I drop something on the floor, I have some light I can point down there. But mainly it's the power bar that I liked about this up here, and then I can put my phone there and charge that. Yeah, and then shelf, I cleaned some stuff off this shelf. Just a couple buckets of storage. I'm still working on trying to figure out how I want to sort this stuff, or where and how I want to put it. But mostly there's just some random project part type things in here, some stuff I have to sort. That is all dividers for Milwaukee Packout containers, all compressor parts for all my compressor projects and stuff, and so I gotta sort that out too. This one's empty except for some straps, which, oh no, sorry, that's actually some gloves and safety gear in there, but that's gonna go somewhere else, and that's just rags. Rags and like a kind of a basket that's got holes, oh whatever, got holes in it, so that I can use that for like dunking parts in and out of. Yeah, and compressor cart that I'm gonna someday turn into a really badass compressor cart for wheeling around the shop that I don't have. My dry cut saw, the compressor that's gonna go on top of that probably. And then, you know, a bench back there, I've got an abrasive saw. Under here I've just got stored still much the same stuff, just the welder, the train horns that I've got under there, the cooler that I want to use on one of the compressors, and my hose reel. Nothing very spectacular, it's just storage. And basically, yeah, the rest of it's just the, like, all my Milwaukee stuff. Some various tools and stuff in there, which I might talk about if anybody's actually interested in that sort of thing. In the closet I've got parts for my truck, which I kind of have to sort out and get rid of because there's a bunch of junk in there, and stuff for 120 volt electrical, which probably I also don't need anymore. Bunch of like electronic Arduino motors, things like that. LED stuff under there because I got a bunch of LEDs and done a bunch of work with LEDs. My propane heater, foam cutter up there, one of the best foam cutters you can probably buy. Yeah, some various stuff. And that bucket's molecular sieve that I'm going to use to make a dryer for air compressors someday. And then that's wire loom up there, and so nothing really spectacular going on. And I got the shelf that I finally hung up and kind of put some stuff on. I don't know, ratchet straps, and not sure what to do with these random metal bits and bobs for various projects, but bunch of magnesium pucks. Don't know what I'm going to do with those. No idea. And these bins over here in the closet, I forgot to mention one. I do actually have aeroponic equipment, which is exactly like it sounds. I've got stuff, some water pumps and things in there. I can't even open it right some water pumps and things in there for aeroponically growing anything, really. There's a story behind all that. Maybe I'll tell it someday. And then project parts, which is, again, mostly stuff kind of like you'd see here, some random bits and stuff to build this or that out of. And then we got cupboard, which nothing spectacular right now. That compressor I got to put a fan on, which I actually might do very soon. That's the one that came off of that, but I'm going to put a better one on it, which I think has that one down there. I think has a slightly larger bore, and it's oiled. Heat gun back there, a bunch of instruction manuals. Some safety gear, which 100% definitely completely gets used at all times. I always, it's in there for quick access and safety. Oh, and I got a couple power tools and chemicals and adhesives and tape. Nothing big right there right now. Bench grinder that I haven't put anywhere because I don't know where to put it or what to do with it. So that's pretty much the workspace as it is right now. Probably gonna fix that ceiling fan someday so it's not so wobbly. That was from when this used to be my daughter's room before she moved out, because I have lived in this apartment building for 20 years. Oh my god. 21 years. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of where everything's at right now. I'm open to ideas. I don't like the way that's hanging on there, and I got to find something to do with like that and the measuring things, level, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely open to ideas. I love to hear people's ideas on how stuff like this could be improved, organized, made better. I've got wall space over here, but I haven't decided what to do with it yet. And I do still have 2 Milwaukee drawer sets out in my living room because I got no room in here and they're heavy, so I can't put them on top of anything. And I don't really want to stack everything on top of them. And I've also got a couple other tool bags out there stacked on top of that. So I don't know what to do with this wall space here. I was going to hang that shelf over there, but I decided against that. I like it here better, and I can probably do something with this wall space that's better than having that there. Like, I might get a couple of Packout plates when money allows, and then that way I can stick maybe like this stuff on the wall. Although with all the hardware that's in these ones, these are actually pretty heavy. So yeah, that's the tour of my luxurious and spacious workshop area. If you got any input, you got any ideas, let me hear it, because I love, like I said, I love to hear your guys' ideas. I love to, see things and solutions to problems that I didn't necessarily think about. I love that stuff, and I love building and fixing things. So I'm trying to get this organized here so I can get on some of these projects, and even organizing and cleaning stuff up itself is a project. So yeah, if you've got something to say, don't hesitate in the comments, and please hit that like button so the algorithm knows what to do with this video. As I've said before, I'm a small creator. I'm not trying to be the next Mr. Beast or anything, but it would really help if this content is interesting to people, that you guys, if you guys could subscribe and like and share and do all that stuff, because it would vastly help me. And as you can see, I need more space. I got a lot of stuff I can do, but I need more space because there's not really, I'm limited by where I can work. So help a fellow maker, creator out. I'll see you in the next one.